Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Alright, I'm back because I got to respond to this video. I think it's crazy. I love to respond to conspiracy theorists videos because I love proving them wrong. I love to show the world that what they're preaching is bullshit. Now with this guy right here, it drives me insane because he's inside of a church targeting an audience that sees him as a mentor. Alright? And what better group of people to have believe you than the ones that you mentor and that hold you on a pedestal in the position of churchianity. Alright? As he likes to say, churchianity. So I'm going to use the word as well. Okay? Now, his major topic was the King Alfred plan. Now he quotes this plan as the plan that was devised by the United States government in eradicating the black people and the Hispanic people. Now, what a way to start out his sermon. Okay? But it wasn't a sermon of churchianity. It was more of a sermon of socio-political views or points, standpoints or whatnot. Well, I'm glad he started out with that because he started out with something that's absolutely fiction. Yeah, it's fiction. Okay? This King Alfred plan was first stated in a book, a fictional book that was written by John A. Williams. Okay? And the title of this book was called The Man Who Cried I Am. Right? It's supposed to account for Richard Wright's death. Okay? Now, Dr. Ray Hagen said that he does his research. Well, Dr. Ray Hagens, I'm letting you know now that I do my research as well. But what I do is I do my research and I speak the truth on what my research stated. Not twisting words around just to fit my agenda. Because that's exactly what you're doing. Now, he thinks that bringing in all these documents and everything else is going to pretty much, even prove his point even more, to show that everything he's saying is truth because he found it inside these documents. But one thing that I wanted to point out is when he started quoting all of this stuff, he did not state what page any of these things were on. He didn't reference it correctly because his intention was not to have you find it for yourself to prove him wrong. His intentions was to just put on a show for you to believe him and walk out of there completely putting your 100% trust in this guy without wanting to do any research because you believe him already. That's normally what ignorant people do. They don't do their research. They just believe everything that comes out of somebody's mouth. Alright, he goes on to talk about the Global 2000 plan. It's not a plan, people. It's a report that was written to the President of the United States, Jimmy Carter. Alright, this report states how the world is going to be in the year 2000 if a lot of things that we don't pay attention to continue to go on at the rate that they were going at the time the book was written, or the report was written. Alright, it's talking about rapid population growth. It's talking about deforestation, fauna eradication, water supply, and how the water is pretty much depleting itself and becoming polluted and things like that, and grains, and how there's not enough supply of grains going around the world and it's going to cause a mass famine. Stuff like that. Nowhere in that report did it state that the white people need to find a place to go, and the only way they can get there to that place of resources is if the population in that place dies off. None of this stuff was stated. Nothing about any race being eradicated was stated in there at all. I read that report inside out. And one thing that this guy failed to do in his video was reference what page he found this stuff on. It does not exist. There is no plan to eradicate black people. Now, he tried to compare it to the Rex 84. Apparently this guy doesn't know what the Rex 84 is, because he's trying to compare a fictional plan to it. The Rex 84 is a plan that the government devised in order to mitigate just an uncontrolled mass crisis. Just like the LA riots. Yeah, imagine that on a national scale. Every major city had this going on. every suburb had this happening, looting, stealing, killing, and just all kinds of stuff. Okay? Imagine if that happened. Wouldn't you think that the government would like to devise a plan to mitigate all of this? Or to figure out where they would put the criminals, contain them in a certain area until stability has been, put in place once more? Don't you think that the government needs to devise a plan like that? Yeah, they have. It's called the Rex 84. Alright? It's the Readiness Exercise 84. Not to get confused with Rex as in Latin for king. Alright? No. See, conspiracy theorists do this shit. Rex is an abbreviation. It's an acronym for Readiness Exercise. Alright? 84. Not king. King Alfred plan is fiction. People, get this stuff out your head. What I want you guys to do is I want y'all to research stuff that you hear conspiracy theorists say. Because you will have as much fun as I do in proving them wrong and letting America know that this guy has no credibility. And they try to build their credibility by doing stuff in a church, especially if they hold a position in which their credibility is already given. Those people in that audience already gave that guy credibility because they thought since he is a mentor, a preacher of that church, that anything he says is true and he is not going to lead them in a wrong direction. But guess what? That was his stunt. Now he's a reverend, not a politician, and that's why he failed in convincing me and anybody else that's intelligent. Hell, politicians don't even fool me, but I had to vote for one of them, so I just listen to whoever has the best plan. This guy right here is conspiracy theorist. Anybody that comes out in a public forum with their topic stating that white people are trying to kill black people, turn the other ear, walk away, don't listen to it because it's conspiracy theorists. Alright? I'm tired of y'all. I want a peaceful America. I don't like racism. I want it gone. I see those guys as the ones that just they just keep it going. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Hook 'em. If you can, hey, maybe some of you guys believe in what this guy is saying. Alright? And I read that report. Now, I am human. I'm fallible. So, I probably looked over something. If you can reference the page that this guy is quoting, oh, please, do so. Reference that page. I want to know what page that is. If you can't, then my case is proven. Alright, guys? Hook 'em. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.